I am Maria Masani and this is Qtv News coming to you live from our studios along the Caribbean Avenue. Thanks for joining us. Here are the main local, international, business and sports news headlines. A chief surgeon at the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital has led a team of doctors to successfully perform the first knee replacement surgery in the Gambia. Another lawyer has appeared at the TRRC to narrate the challenges faced by the judiciary in doing their work during the 22-year rule of former President Yahya Jammeh. The Carnifing Municipal Council has presented a check for $1.2 million to KMC Youth Masons for the perimeter wall of the Tallington buffer zone. The funds are provided as part of efforts to rehabilitate the area. Bakota residents have complained about what they say is a rising crime wave but little action by the police. We went there to find out. In business, a boost for women fish smokers for Gunjur as they are gifted a new water pump and cistern following the construction of fish smoking ovens. In international news, Gambia is among 13 countries in Africa and the Middle East that are being threatened with restrictions on Schengen Zone visas over a lack of cooperation in the repatriation of rejected asylum seekers. In sports news, in football, the AFCON qualifiers reached their climax today with several teams still in with a chance to grab the final 5 places. Those are our main headlines. Now the news in detail. Stay with us. Dr. Keba Marina, a chief surgeon at the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, has become the first Gambian doctor to successfully perform a knee replacement surgery in the Gambia. Ansumana Isonyasi went to meet him, and this is his report.
Doctors play a huge role in our lives as they continue to help improve our well-being. But one doctor, whose name will remain in the history books, is Dr. Keba Marina. He led a team of young doctors who performed the country's first ever successful knee replacement surgery on Saturday. His widely reported and symbolic achievement has earned him respect and admiration from Gambians at home and abroad. The soft-spoken doctor says the public reaction came as a big surprise to him and his team, and thanked Gambians for their show of support.
To be honest, we weren't expecting this reaction after doing it. We do a lot of surgeries here. It's not often that they catch the attention. So I think one of the best things about this is that people are getting more attention to the work that we are doing here. So this operation was what we call a knee replacement. It's what we do for people who have very bad arthritis, when the joint is very worn out and the bones are rubbing together, causing a lot of pain. So the main reason for doing the operation is to relieve pain and also improve the movement in the joint so that people can walk again and they don't have much pain.
Recounting how the operation was conducted, Dr. Marina expressed profound gratitude to the patient and her family for exercising patience and entrusting him and his team what he described as a complicated operation.
So she's a lady maybe in her 70s or so. Sometimes the ages are difficult to get. But she had problem in both the knees. She had surgery abroad, but still was complaining of pain. So when they came to see us, we said that, we can do this operation for you. The operation took a little over 2 hours, which is a bit longer than normal for this kind of operation. But of course, we have to remember, we're in Gambia, we don't have everything at our disposal. Sometimes it does take a little bit longer to do the simple things.
Furthermore, he revealed that he had in the past performed several similar successful operations, such as hip replacements. However, this one is special as it will boost public confidence in seeking such life-changing operations at the country's main referral hospital.
Sometimes people are worried, they're a bit scared to come and do these procedures, but once you hear that one has been done, it's been successful, then you have a bit more confidence in the health system, a bit more confidence in our operations.
Dr. Marina also revealed that his patient, a Gambian woman in her late 70s, wants the operation on her other knee to be done as soon as possible, as the first one was a success. Meanwhile, he also had kind words for aspiring surgeons, imploring them to believe in themselves and remain resolute in pursuing their dreams. Answane Sonyasi for Qtv News.
Well, that's a historic achievement. Well, congratulations to Dr. Marina and team. Lawyer Nene MC Chairman Tuesday appeared before the TRRC to narrate challenges faced by the judiciary in the execution of their duties under the 22-year rule of former President Yahya Jammeh. Babakar C reports.
Lawyer Nene MC Cham, a private legal practitioner, told the Truth Commission that she has encountered problems from the state and the police to be precise, as she was denied access to meet her clients and some of them were denied bail, citing the arrest of Mariam Jack Denton as a prime example.
She was arrested in 2006.
Jamono biñ ko jappé ci atum 2006.
We tried. I personally, we tried to see her.
Dal def nañ jëflante fexé nañ ay yoon man ci suma bop sax fexé nañ pour gis ko.
It's just an example of the denial of access. But even though this one didn't happen at the police station, it was at Mile 2 Central Prisons.
The witness said some of the officers that would detain people would receive instructions from their bosses and have to implement the orders. However, she noted that some of the senior officers were ignorant of the law. On the issue of torture, she said more torture of her clients happened at the NIA than at the police stations. On the issue of remanding suspects at Mile 2, the witness said that was an abuse by magistrates, as they had to do what the state wanted or face being sacked, especially when the state had an interest in a particular case. During her practice as a private legal practitioner, Nene said she was never allowed access into the NIA to see her clients, adding that the suspects she represented in treason trials were tortured and forced to confess.
I would agree. And sometimes the clients would tell you words that were uttered as they were being tortured.
About the UDP supporters arrested in 2016, the witness has this to say.
And when they eventually were brought to court, you can visibly see the pain that they were all.
Te jamono biñ leen indi ci court bi mën nga gis ci sa bët mettit yi nga xamné ni dal daj nañ ko ci.
That was Fatoumata Jawara, Fatou Kamara and Nogoy Njie.
The judiciary, she said, was compromised by the executive during the previous republic, but that did not stop some honest people in the legal system to execute their work. Lawyer Nene MC Cham went further to narrate how journalists were treated, making their work difficult. She also took precautions after she realized that state agents were trailing her. She closed her testimony with some suggestions, including that the TRRC's final recommendation should be fully implemented. Babu Karsi, QTV News.
The Canifing Municipal Council on Monday presented a check for $1.2 million to KM Youth Nations for the perimeter wall of the Talinding buffer zone and launched the Goal for KM Drive initiative. Omar Pejalo witnessed the event, and this is his report.
The KMC continue working on plans to revive all the parks within the Canifing municipality, as most if not all of KMC parks and green spaces are dilapidated. And these are areas where people could come to have some leisure and productive times in sport and other events. In handing over the check, the mayor of KMC, Talib Ahmed Bensouda, said the Talinding buffer zone is the biggest and most important park in the Canifing municipality. But the park was neglected for many years, which is why his council came up with this strategy to upgrade the zone. We want to see the youth happy and progressing, so that the whole world will know about the talents we have in the Gambia. We have seen great improvement in our music industry, but not much had been achieved in sport until last week Thursday. Congratulations to our national team for our maiden qualification to the AFCON. Speaking earlier, the Ward Councillor for Talinding South and the KMC Youth Councillor Karamo Sise and Kemo Bojang respectively both said the park's revival project is very important, describing the zone as a space where major events such as sports, politics and other activities take place. They appeal to the youth to remain united and support the council by maintaining the developments done on the zone. If you all support the mayor and me as your councillor, whatever development you ask for, we will bring it to you. Supporting us means taking care and ownership of the development done here. Don't allow anyone to destroy anything here. The goal for KMC project was conceived following the mayor's visit to the buffer zone, during which he expressed dissatisfaction of the conditions of the goalposts here. So we came up with the plan to install goalposts on all football fields in KMC. On behalf of the youths, Alhaji Nyasi thanked the council for its efforts, adding that the youths of Talinding and other satellite communities hope to see more development in the park. Nyasi called on the residents to take ownership of the renovation projects at the zone. There is a very big problem here, that is littering. If you look around, you see a lot of plastic. Here is a public place. Therefore, we all should keep it clean at all times. I hereby appeal to the youths and all residents to stop littering the zone. Senabu Jammeh, speaking on behalf of KM Youth Masons, who are the contractors of the project, expressed delight for the confidence the council has in them to award such a project to them, while promising to complete the project within 6 months.
We know that football is a dream of every guy. Many guys, without football, they are not okay. So if you are having a standard field where you can go for your trainings and then you can have your matches, I think we should utilize it and make good use of it. On behalf of my team, I want to assure you that within 6 months, we will be done with this contract.
As the KMC continue bracing up for the rejuvenation of the Talending buffer zone, the council has already installed 120 solar lights and planted about 132 trees in the zone. The council has also renovated the zone's toilets, plus a changing room. The solar lights will serve as security by lighting up the zone at night at no cost to the council, while the trees will bring more life to the zone. Reporting for Qtv News, I am Omar P. Jallo.
We will take a commercial break. Still to come, we have some more local news stories. Don't go away. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is Qtv News coming to you live from our studios along the Caraba Avenue with Maria Masana. Residents of Bakote are calling for more action from the anti-crime unit of the Gambia Police Force following a series of theft and break-ins in their community and other parts of the country. QTV's Ajibintu Drama visited the community, and here is her report.
We visited the Bakote community, which has experienced what appears to be a rising tide of thefts and break-ins. According to a neighbor who did not want to speak on camera, stealing has become frequent in the area during the day and even more so at night. He adds that almost every day, thieves come to their area in a group armed with daggers, cutlasses, among other weapons. A few days ago, he says, thieves broke into his brother's apartment and he got his uncle injured as he was chasing the thieves. He adds that the situation is very worrying and their security is at stake. Ginar Yasin Cheng, a resident, explains that she has been a victim of multiple times.
You're not just at the risk of losing your property, but you're at harm's way as well, because sometimes these people come to your houses and you don't know what they're armed with and what they could do to you.
Ginar further stated that measures should be in place to address the situation.
Dangerous. There's quite a few ways I feel like it could be dealt with. First would be security. Yes, we have a lot of police officers, but then they're having multiple checkpoints in traffic. Not that these things aren't important, but wouldn't it be better to have some of them, let's say, patrol some of the streets instead to keep it safe?
On the perimeter walls, marks can be seen caused by thieves as they scale the wall. Some neighbors have resorted to installing barbed wire to deter the criminals, which in fact has little effect. Kemo Jane, another resident, had this to say.
Thieves have really disturbed us in this area. They always come when people are asleep. From what I have witnessed, this is the second or third time this is happening. We want the government to help us with anti-crime police because the thieves come with knives, scissors and other dangerous weapons.
The community members are very angry about this situation. Kuta Sidibe says the community will show no mercy to the thieves when they are caught.
If we catch a thief, we will deal with him mercilessly. They always come around 3 to 4 a.m. when we are sleeping, and when they find you alone, they might kill you. So if we also get hold of them, we will deal with them severely.
In another part of Bakote, a group of thieves broke into a house at around 3 a.m. by breaking the bulger-proof protection and burning the wire mesh while they were asleep. They made away with a scanning machine, a laptop and 2 mobile phones. One of the thieves was apprehended and taken to the backwater station. According to the Gambia 2020 Criminal and Safety Report produced by the Regional Security Office at the U.S. Embassy in Banjul, the Gambia is at level 1 and Banjul has been a high-threat location for crime, such as pickpocketing, purse snatching, thefts of valuables from vehicles, assault and residential burglary. Superintendent Lamin Jai, the PRO of the Gambia Police Force, says recently there has been theft reports, particularly in the backwater community, adding that the Gambia Police Force, including the anti-crime unit and operation commanders, have come with robust operation strategy to deal with the situation, which is expected to be rolled out soon, including night patrols. PRO Njai further warned the public to refrain from carrying weapons, especially in public places. Anyone caught doing so will face the full force of the law. Ajibintu Drame, Qtv News.
The FAO on Tuesday presented over 200 smartphones to various institutions under the Ministry of Agriculture as part of the ongoing support to government to strengthen agricultural service delivery. Abibatu Sise reports.
The support by the FAO is for the Departments of Agriculture and Livestock Services as part of efforts to improve food and nutrition security, increase farmers' income and reduce poverty. The items are procured through the European Union-funded project titled Agriculture for Economic Growth, Food Security to Mitigate Migration Flows. Handing over the items, Dr. Mustafa Sise, the FAO representative, explains the importance of agriculture and gives an assurance of FAO's commitment in supporting agriculture in the Gambia.
Together with the government of the Gambia, FAO intends to bring forth the benefits of the digital world to the farming community of the Gambia.
Receiving the items, the Deputy Director of Agriculture, Sariang M.K. Jobate, thanked the FAO, assuring them that the items will be used for their intended purpose.
On behalf of the Department of Agriculture, on behalf of Department of Livestock, and on behalf of the Ministry of Agriculture, thank FAO for their ongoing support to agricultural development in this country. And I will assure them that these items will be used in a way that it is intended for.
Ibrahim Ojalo, the president of the National Livestock Owners Association, says these items will help in transforming the agricultural sector.
This is one of the biggest achievements that these farmer field schools have achieved from FAO. And then I hope the farmers there will be clapping, are happy to receive this thing. And this can also change, and we hope it will change their livelihood and their production side. So
the items will be distributed to farmers' field school and agro-pastoral field facilitators, including extension workers, monitoring and evaluation officers, and regional directors in North Bank, Central, Lower and Upper River regions. For QTV News, I am Abibatu Sise.
Water is probably the most precious there is. A new water borehole was inaugurated on Saturday at Convent School in Abu Kanema to boost water supply at the premises. The story by Lamin Dabo is related by Mamadou Gajaga.
Monday, 22nd of March was World Water Day, observed annually to highlight the importance of fresh water and raise awareness of the 2.2 billion people living without access to safe water. The new borehole presented to New Covenant School was sponsored by the Oasis Church in London, United Kingdom. Speaking at a low-key ceremony due to the coronavirus preventive measures, Pastor Matthew Afolabi, a representative from the Oasis Church in London, explains the reason for their intervention.
We did actually hear about Gambia project, which is for the school, especially within the community here. And the church decided to put something together so that the community will have effect or will be benefit from water. We do know that water is life, so we want everyone in the community to be able to participate, to enjoy the full benefits of human kindness. And it's just one act of kindness that I believe that will change not only we as an individual, but will change the community. And I hope that everyone that have participated in this also, something good will come out of this, because we want the community to change for a better. So I'm hopeful for Gambians. I'm hopeful for the children that are coming up in Gambia. I'm hopeful for the school that is based within this community to change because they are the leaders of tomorrow.
The proprietor of New Covenant School, Njilan A.R. Forbes, speaking from London via a Zoom audio, says the school has registered a lot of progress over the years, thanks to her late mother and founder of the New Covenant School, Dr. Elizabeth Nana Otto Forbes.
On behalf of New Covenant School, I would like to sincerely thank Pastor Matthew Afolabi and the whole pastoral team of Oasis Church in London, UK, for this generous donation of the borehole, which will make a lasting impact in the lives of the students of New Covenant School, as well as our neighbors in Abuko. Today, I am overjoyed that our school can move here to Abuko and commence by first blessing the surrounding communities and families with access to safe drinking water, which always improves quality of life.
Giving out the vote of thanks on behalf of the students, the head boy of the school, Modulamin Barrow, has this to say.
And today we gathered here to integrate this social amenity, which is very important, the borehole that provides us with water. Understand? We would like to thank every one of you that give your time and come and join us to celebrate this inauguration. I had a wish. I would like to help people when I grow up. For example, building social amenities, which are very important.
New Covenant School is a low-cost private school established in 1989 with a mission to provide quality education to children, especially the underprivileged. It aims to provide excellence and diverse education for all children, regardless of ethnic, religion, and socio-economic background. The school has over 700 children from nursery to grade 9, with 3 campuses at Abuko, Fajikunda, and Serekunda. Mamudu Kajaga, Qtv News.
We will take a commercial break. Still to come, we have business and international news stories. Do stay tuned.
Buy your QCell credit using your QMoney account without any hassle. Cash in any amount starting from $10 and enjoy the amazing services QMoney has to offer. With QMoney, life is easy. Visit your nearest QMoney agent to cash in or call customer care on 133. Don't forget to wash your hands with soap after handling cash. QMoney, Sunyu Kalpe. We innovate, others follow.
Welcome back. A reminder that you're watching Qtv News, coming to you live from our studios along the Caraba Avenue. Up next is business news. The Food and Agricultural Organization has commissioned a new water pump and cistern following the construction of fish smoking ovens for women fish smokers in Gunjur. Lolly M. Kamara attended the ceremony and she now reports.
The facility is expected to serve women engaged in fish processing and to minimize some of the challenges they face. Addressing the beneficiaries, the Minister of Fisheries and Water Resources, James F.P. Gomez, underscored the importance of having such a facility to empower women and improve on their earnings.
This project successful, the facility complete. The solar power pump for the borehole will enable the fish smoking facility to be a complete facility now. And like I told you 2 years ago, this facility is yours. FAO and our government in partnership has enabled this to be here. Now it is your responsibility to not only take good care of the place, but to make sure now that you improve the work you are doing here that will enable you to earn more, particularly food for the family and foreign exchange.
Sibu Rampedi, The FAO rep explains the important role her ministry attaches to the fisheries sector.
Is that we should help the women, we should help the community, so that as they do their work, they are able to meet the international sanitary requirements. Because unless they do so, they will continue to lose some of their fish consignment, because when one works towards export, there has to be that requirement to meet the sanitary measures. However, I am advised that based on the support offered by the FAO, we are now able as a community to do fish smoking that is of acceptable standard.
She further added that the challenges faced by the fisheries sector are not unique in the Gambia, but are also faced by the rest of the African continent. She encouraged the women to continue working by using post-harvest technologies to improve quality. Mariam Andong, a beneficiary, has this to say. We are very happy with this project. The issue of water shortage is now a thing of the past. We are thankful to the donors for the timely intervention. For QTV News, Lolly M. Kamala.
Well, from that story, we move on to the international news. Gambia is among 13 countries in Africa and the Middle East that are being threatened with restrictions on visas for Europe's border-free Schengen Zone over a lack of cooperation in the repatriation of rejected asylum seekers. More in this report.
EU officials accused the governments of several countries of lack of cooperation and inadequate compliance with international law when it comes to readmitting their citizens whose asylum applications have been rejected within the bloc, a German newspaper, Die Welt reports. A spokesperson for the European Commission told the German news agency DPA that it was not possible to confirm which countries were facing such scrutiny. But according to Die Welt, EU officials want to start a dialogue with Iraq, Iran, Libya, Senegal, Somalia, Mali, Gambia, Cameroon, the Republic of Congo, Egypt, Eritrea, Ethiopia, and Guinea-Bissau. In February, European Home Affairs Commissioner Ylva Johansson presented an assessment of the cooperation with 39 countries on the readmission of rejected asylum seekers. Johansson said collaboration with more than one-third of the countries being investigated would need to be improved. The countries mentioned in that assessment were not named publicly, so the cooperation saw no sign of improvement. Johansson said she would be prepared to propose which states should be subject to visa policy changes as early as this summer. Options on the table include increasing the fee for Schengen visas or lifting the 15-day limit on the processing of visa applications, thereby making the process longer. Umudu Gajaga, QTV News.
Up next, we'll go with the sports news. As the 2021 AFCON qualifiers reach its final match day with some dramatic decisive matches, QTV's Adedarami takes a look at the standing of the countries in the race, which has 5 places remaining to confirm the final 24 teams for Cameroon 2020.
Almost all the final AFCON places were settled today, and Gambia will be joined by more neighbours in Cameroon after Mauritania and Guinea-Bissau did what they had to do in their respective matches. Mauritania won 1-0 away to the Central African Republic to guarantee second place in Group E behind Morocco. In Group I, Guinea-Bissau, new victory over Congo would see them jump over them to finish second. They took no chances in the home match, winning 3-0 to finish behind runaway leaders Senegal. The surprising result of the day was Senegal's 1-1 draw at home to bottom side Eswatini. Senegal only grabbing an equaliser in the 6th minute of added on time. The surprise team of the previous AFCON, Madagascar, failed to win at home against Niger, only drawing 0-0, and so they will not be going to Cameroon. In the same group, Ethiopia grabbed second place despite a 3-1 loss to Group K winners Ivory Coast, in a match abandoned after 80 minutes when the referee passed out on the pitch. The 4th official was an Ivorian and so could not officiate in a match involving his country. Another of Gambia's neighbours, Cape Verde, need a win against Mozambique and hope tournament host Cameroon win at home against Rwanda to finish second in Group F. In Group L, Sierra Leone need to win by at least a 2-goal margin to overcome today's opponents Benin. There are high stakes to play for. In addition to the battle for second place, Sierra Leone's president has promised each player $10,000 and a piece of land. Not to be outdone, Benin's president has promised his players $30,000 for qualifying. The match was delayed from its 4 p.m. start after Benin refused to take the field in Freetown after 5 of their players tested positive for COVID-19. 1 Sierra Leone player was tested positive. The match has now been shifted to a 7 p.m. kickoff. For QTV News, I am Ade Darami.
Before we end this bulletin, let's take a quick look at our main stories. A chief surgeon at the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital has led a team of doctors to successfully perform the first knee replacement surgery in the Gambia. Another lawyer has appeared at the TRRC to narrate the challenges faced by the judiciary in doing their work during the 22-year rule of former President Yahya Jammeh. The Kanifing Municipal Council has presented a check for $1.2 million to KM Youth Masons for the perimeter wall of Talinding buffer zone. The funds are provided as part of the efforts to rehabilitate the area. Bakota residents have complained about what they say is a rising crime wave with little action by the police. We went there to find out. In business, a boost for women fish smokers of Gunjur as they are gifted a new water pump and cistern following the construction of fish smoking ovens. In international news, Gambia is among 13 countries in Africa and the Middle East that are being threatened with restrictions on Schengen Zone visas over a lack of cooperation in the repatriation of rejected asylum seekers. In sports news, in football, the AFCON qualifiers reached their climax today with several teams still in with a chance to grab the final 5 places. Well, that's all we have for you in this edition of the QTV News. Do stay tuned to enjoy the rest of our programs. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.